This is David Anderson Jr., owner and head coach of CrossFit Moss. That is CrossFitMoss.com and AndersonStrength.com. Now, this is a coach's commentary. Please forgive me for being my own video camera recorder, but I think this commentary will help. Now, the commentary is specifically for those athletes that came to the Hard Sunday workout and that plan on coming in today. Hi guys, so I'm going to be giving you some commentary on a few different things that may hopefully help you with your workouts, a few different ideas about what you do before the workouts, what you do during the workouts. So hopefully you get something out of this. Okay, so this first little thing we'll talk about here is before we even talk about what the workout is for the day, we're going to look at this little schematic that I've got here that I like to call priorities. Okay, so number one here I have is like preparation. And so you kind of have to have a game plan going into the workout of the day, just like anything else in life. If I was teaching my son about how he asks a girl out on a date for the first time, we would sit down and we'd visualize and we'd talk about a game plan, where he would do it, things that he would say, a place that they could go on a date, etc. Make sure he has enough money, make sure he has a ride to and from. All these different little details we would take care of before he ever goes and asks a girl out in his first time. Why we would do that, why we would prepare, because it allows us to improv. If we do not have any preparation, we do not visualize prior to, then when something goes haywire or something doesn't happen like planned, like as we planned, then it doesn't allow us any room to improv. Sometimes people can improv just because they're really good and have done things before, but if you're new to something, you kind of need to sit back and prepare before you go about doing it for the first time, right? And so by us planning and having a game plan, it allows us to, in the moment, improv by determining if we need to stick to a pace or if we feel so good that we might go for a PR. Next thing we would talk about is having the proper gear for the workout. If it's a hot day, you might want to have some kind of way of taking care of your sweat, wiping your brow, wiping your hands, chalk, etc. If the bar gets slick, then it's going to be hard to hold on to, etc. Next thing, and one of the mistakes people make, is not having the proper shoes. And so, because of today's workout, I will say that, if you're doing Olympic weightlifting, it's very important that you have Olympic weightlifting shoes. Like we tell everyone who comes here, it's definitely something, if you've been coming here at least 6 months, you definitely would need to invest in some good Olympic lifting shoes. It's like being a hockey player and going on the ice without your ice skates, or being a baseball player and going to play baseball without your baseball cleats, or being a football player and going out on the field on moist grass without having the proper cleats. Okay, so for what we're doing today, it's imperative that you wear your Olympic weightlifting shoes. Can you do it without shoes? Yes. Is it better if you wear shoes? Yes. You also may need wraps, elbow, knees, etc. Some people do better with wraps. If you got a little tweak, knees a little sore, definitely wear wraps. And if you have the kind that wraps around your knees on the outside of your pants or shorts, you can easily unwrap them and take them off. If you got sleeves, you can always drop the sleeves to the ankles. Next is preparing some kind of visualization technique or game plan, benchmark kind of thing where you can kind of gauge where you're at in the workout. And I suggest you have some kind of whiteboard nearby so you can do some scribbling. And that's kind of for little checkpoints and seeing where you're at as far as time and rest and whatnot. Okay, the next piece that we'll talk about, number 2, is mindset. Okay. So we'll drop this baby down here. Okay, so for mindset, number 1 is visualization. and it's one of the most underutilized techniques, both in athletics and any kind of educational endeavor, is underutilizing the visualization. You have to see yourself doing good from start to finish. You have to see yourself finishing the workout and being successful. If you don't, you will then have negative self-talk and you will lose focus, and then you'll have to quit the workout. You'll be off pace and things will go haywire. Next thing after visualization is positive self-talk. Hopefully and ideally you have positive visualizations, positive things happening to you, but it's also important that you have positive self-talk, saying things like you can do it, oh, I just need one more rep, don't put down the bar, different things like that. Also, it's imperative that you focus on what you're doing at hand, right? So if you tend to lose focus and you forget what you're doing, forget how many reps you need, where you're at in the workout, it tends to lead to problems. Right? The next thing, the last thing that I'll talk about here, number 3, is confidence going into the workout. Okay, and all of these kind of are, related, of course. And these are just kind of random order, so you could say confidence is first or second. It doesn't matter the order, just that these 3 are all covered. But confidence, right? The A part there, you want to rely and trust in the foundation of your training. Obviously, if you've had a shitty foundation, you miss workouts, your nutrition's no good, you're kind of scrambling like you don't know what the heck's going on, then obviously you can't rely on trusting the foundation of training. You use whatever training is for the day to start building a good foundation. If you're not focused when you come in, then that's going to lead to you not being focused the next time you come in, and then the next time you come in, etc. So if you have been coming and training, you have a good foundation, then this is the time during a hard workout where you're going to be mentally and physically fatigued, that you rely and trust in the foundation of your training. Whether it's 2 days a week, 1 day a week, 3 days a week, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, etc. The last piece here, and very critical, is that you rely and trust and you eventually default to your normal movement patterns. So this is the time where you can focus. If you've had good movement patterns, you just kind of let your body do the work, and you focus on visualization, positive self-talk, and then you stay focused on these things, and your body will move the way it should. If you've been front squatting properly, the body knows how to front squat. If you've been doing thrusters, the body knows how to do the thrusters. Maybe a few points in the workout you might think, oh, how's my technique doing? But eventually, you can let the body move, and you stay focused on these visualization and positive self-talk things. All of these things, preparation, having a game plan, mindset, and confidence, all lead to this aspect of being in the zone where you can have a good workout and thrive. Okay? So now we would talk about the workout that we had for the day. Most people are coming off of some kind of like Sunday morning workout, at least. I myself did a hard Sunday morning workout, and then I also had to come back in the afternoon and do a workout because I messed up one of my videos and had to repost a workout to get a rank with the World Kettlebell Club. Okay, so today's workout, right, started with 10 minutes on the Air Dyne, followed by at least 3 minutes of rest. I think my rest was like 4-minute range. Then there's a 5-minute piece on the Air Dyne. You rest 3 minutes, and then there's a final Metcon piece that's 3 rounds for time, which consists of 4 movements: the front squat, the back squat, sumo deadlift high pull, and thrusters. Each of those 20 reps, and the suggested prescription weight for the men is 45-pound barbell, and the women 35-pound bar. Okay, so there are several ways about how you would go about schematicing this workout. What's recommended for that 10-minute piece, and of course depending on how you're feeling, is you would take your personal record, right? Whatever your personal record is. Mine, I'll use myself as an example. My personal record in 10-minute time trial on the Air Dyne is 164 calories, right? And so just so I can visualize and see what kind of checkpoints I had with 70% and 115, 80% was 131, 90% 148. If I felt really good and I wanted to get 100%, that's obviously it's 164. My target range was between 70 and 80. Towards the end, I knew I could kind of hit 131-ish, 80%, and that's actually what I ended up getting. I ended up getting 131 calories for that 10-minute piece. Okay, I took my rest, typed in my score, did some stuff, did some more visualization, and then I hit the 5-minute piece. And so my goal was 82 calories for the 5 minutes, which was 100% pace off of my 164 calories, right? So half of 164, 82, and this is kind of were my checkpoints that I wanted to make sure I was on pace. Okay, make sure the first minute, second minute, third minute, fourth minute, fifth minute. Okay, my average watts ended up being 234. So I hit both of my checkpoints there. Now, my goal and priority for the Metcon piece, you can see down here I did my little scribbles during the workout. Alright, so I did my scribbles to make sure I know when I needed to go again, when I needed to rest, etc., all that kind of stuff. So my goal was to go unbroken each set. And so it was important to me that I knew how long each set took, right? So my goal, like I said, not set down the bar. Okay, it's just a 45-pound bar. Now the downside, to my scores, as you can see here, my first round was 305. I took my rest. If I wanted to see a drop in my pacing here, I probably would have taken longer rest. But I wanted to not take too much rest, and because of that, my pace dropped. Of course, you could see between 2 and 3, there's a 1 second drop in my pace. But my overall goal was met because my overall goal was each set to go unbroken, irregardless of how long I rested and what my total time was. So my total working time was sub 10 minutes, and that to me was a good thing. Okay. So anyway, that at least gives you a few different things to think about your workout. And anyway, I hope this helps you when the workouts become harder, that you understand that you just rely on your previous training. And if your previous training was solid and good and your movements are good and you've done all the preparation work, then you can just rely on that foundation to get you through the workout. Okay? Until next time, ciao.